Alright, Weartesters, this is Duke 4005 back with another performance review. This time we get the Adidas Ultra Boost. It said this is the pinnacle of Adidas running footwear, and I'll be honest, it is just about as top of the line as you can get. But for the further review, let's get into it and see what we've got. As far as fit and comfort, again, it's prime knit. I mean, there's nothing else to be said about it. It's a knit upper. It's going to form to your feet. It's going to stretch with your feet. It's going to move with your feet. It's comfortable as far as no hidden seams inside that you can't see. There's no hot spots or anything that's going to cause any chafing or any rubbing. I did find a little bit of discomfort right in through here where this plastic cage is. It doesn't come through as bad as it did on the Energy 2 and the Energy's previous, the ESM series, but there is a little bit of tightness right here if you tighten it up too much, which you don't really need to. This collar is spandex and the knit, so it really forms to your foot. But if you need to tighten this cage up a little bit, just be prepared. You might get a little bit of lace pressure right here through this plastic cage cutting into your foot. Otherwise, comfort-wise, there's nothing better than this shoe. All right, so now we'll head down to the midsole, which, as you can see, and everybody knows by now, is the Boost. The media releases are touting this as the most Boost pellets ever, and what this is coming from is where you had the Energy Boost and the ESM series, the Boost stopped right in through here. Same with the Rose 5.0. This extends all the way to the toe, and it has 20% more Boost in it, and I'm sure it's just from this extra area right here, but the Boost is a little bit denser, a little bit tighter feeling. And what this will do when you're running is it compresses to a point. And when I say that, I know I covered it a little bit in the unboxing, but it will compress to a point and then it pushes right back on your foot. It's really a unique feeling if you haven't tried Boost yet, because you step into it and it cushions like a soft pillow, like you're going to drop to the floor. And then about halfway down, it pushes right back up into your foot and propels you into your next step. It's one of the most unique cushioning systems on the market right now. It's very consistent heel to toe, and it's consistent regardless of your weather. I've worn these in heat in the summertime, my Energy 2s. I've worn these the last 3 weeks in Texas, which wintertime this year has been in the 70s. We did have a couple of days in there where it was way below freezing, and these felt the same in the cold as in the heat. Now, moving down to the outsole, I'm going to lay this down so you can see the rocker effect from the heel to the toe. This is going to greatly help in your transition I'm a mid to heel striker. In these shoes, I find myself being a mid striker a lot more than just strictly heel like normal. I'll be honest, I'm not a very efficient runner. I always thought of running as punishment for something I did bad in basketball. So I've just now in the last 5 or 6 years gotten into running and as a sport, as an efficient sport. And again, I find myself being more of a mid to heel striker. These really promoted the mid foot strike to me as I was running on the treadmill and on the road. Now coming up to the outsole, again, it's got this nubby outsole that almost looks like a turf shoe. You can see it in this picture. I've put a little over 50 miles on these in just about 2.5 weeks, and I have not noticed any significant wearing down of any of the nubs. It does seem like it's worn a little bit of a point off of some of them. As you can see, these are flattened out just a little bit, but there's still plenty of tread there. And the torsion system right here that really helps on the transition, if you've worn it in basketball, it comes out from the heel here and runs through the midfoot and on into the forefoot piece right here. It just helps your foot as you're striking to roll into that next step. It keeps your forefoot or your midfoot rigid, so you're not getting that bounce in it, and keeps that dreaded plantar fasciitis way away from your foot. You do not want to deal with that. I've had it twice. It's not a fun thing for any kind of athletic endeavor. So I think that about covers us on the Adidas Ultra Boost. Don't know for sure if I can call it the best runner you've ever worn on your feet. I will say it is dang comfortable. It is very responsive. It's very light. It's very ventilated. If those are the things you're looking for, then you definitely need to check these out. They are a little pricey. They can open up at $180 on February 11th on the release date. There are cheaper alternatives out there, especially in the Boost line right now. But if you want the top of performance in Adidas running right now, you cannot beat this shoe. It's very cushioned, very ventilated again. It was a pleasure to wear. It's going to be a pleasure for these next few miles I put into it, and I will be keeping these on my feet. For now, that's all I can say about the Adidas Boost. On to the next one. Thank you.